It's time for Health Coach with Dr. John Catanzaro from the Health and Wellness Institute in Mount Lake Terrace.
I'm Dr. Ama Angove, and I'm an associate of Dr. John Catanzaro. In this session of Health Coach, we will be discussing pesticides in your produce. Adjusting your eating habits can lower your intake of pesticides, sometimes dramatically so. Substitute organic for conventional produce that is consistently contaminated with pesticides. When organic is not available, eat fruits and vegetables with consistently low pesticide loads. Organic foods have higher nutritional value than conventional foods, according to some research. The reason is because, in the absence of pesticides and fertilizers, plants boost their own production of the phytochemicals in the form of vitamins and antioxidants that strengthen their resistance to bugs and weeds. Some studies have linked pesticides in our food to everything from headaches to cancer to birth defects. According to a report by the National Academy of Sciences, even low-level pesticide exposure can be significantly more toxic to fetuses and children due to their less developed immune system, and for pregnant women because they put added strain on their already taxed organs. An environmental working group simulation of thousands of consumers eating high and low pesticide diets showed that people can lower their pesticide exposure by 90% by avoiding the top 12 most contaminated fruits and vegetables and by eating the least contaminated instead. Eating the 12 most contaminated fruits and vegetables will expose a person to nearly 20 pesticides per day on average. Eating the 12 least contaminated will expose a person to just a fraction over 2 pesticides per day. An easy way to avoid over 90% of pesticide exposure is to be sure to buy the 12 contaminated foods organic. The most contaminated fruits and veggies have come to be known as the Dirty Dozen. The Dirty Dozen consists of apples, celery, strawberries, peaches, spinach, nectarines, grapes, sweet bell peppers, potatoes, blueberries, lettuce, and kale or collard greens. Be sure to buy these foods organic. There is another list called the Clean 15, which is composed of the least contaminated fruits and veggies. This list consists of onions, corn, pineapples, avocados, asparagus, sweet peas, mangoes, eggplant, cantaloupe, kiwi, cabbage, watermelon, sweet potatoes, grapefruits, and mushrooms. These fruits and veggies do not need to be bought organic. Many people wonder about washing or peeling the produce, and if that changes the pesticide load. Washing will not change the rank of the fruits and vegetables on the list. That's because nearly all the data used to create these lists comes from the USDA Pesticide Data Program, where the foods are washed and prepared for normal consumption prior to the testing for pesticides. For instance, apples are washed and cored, bananas are peeled, etc. While washing fresh produce may help reduce pesticide residues, it clearly does not eliminate them. Nonetheless, produce should be washed before it is eaten, because washing does reduce levels of some pesticides. However, other pesticides are taken up internally into the plant and are in the fruit, which cannot be washed off. Others are formulated to bind to the surface of the crop and do not easily wash off. Peeling may reduce exposure, but valuable nutrients often go down the drain with the peel. Many foods are labeled with the word natural. This natural labeling is often misrepresented in product labeling to imply healthful. But this natural only means that the product has undergone minimal processing. Unlike products that are certified organic, natural products have no certification or inspection system. The best option is to eat a varied diet. Wash all produce and choose organic when possible to reduce the exposure of potentially harmful chemicals. Look for the USDA organic seal and enjoy the nourishment of pesticide-free foods. I'm Dr. Ama, and I'm an associate of Dr. John Catanzaro, and today we talked about pesticides in your produce.
You've been listening to Health Coach with Dr. John Catanzaro from the Health and Wellness Institute in Mount Lake Terrace. For more information, visit ehealthandhealing.com or hwicancerresearch.org or call 425-697-6112. You can also listen to past programs and submit your questions for Health Coach at kcisradio.com.